Do you want to win at life? Forgive. Choosing to withhold forgiveness from someone is like sticking your body in cement and sitting in a lonely room slowly filling up with water. It traps you, holds development hostage, and eventually you're overcome by bitterness and hate. If just seeing someone makes you angry, then you need to forgive them. If thinking about someone who has wronged you changes your day for the worse, then you need to forgive them. No one should have so much power over you that the mere sight or thought of them redirects your entire day. We mustn't let the darkness of others dim our own light. We can't let someone else's bad decisions rewrite our purpose. We can't give in to hate. There will always be someone around you who wants to pass their dirt on to you. We can't let that happen, but we can control the narrative by forgiving them. We can sever the power they have over us by choosing to keep moving forward. When we choose not to forgive, we are actually getting stuck in that moment, the moment where someone hurt you. You will carry that moment and be stuck in that moment until you decide to forgive them. Don't let them or that moment guide your path. Refuse to let your future be hijacked by the evil deeds of another person. You control the power of what's to come by forgiving them. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other just as God in Christ has also forgiven you. Forgiveness is actually something really close to my heart. I made that post a little while ago on Instagram at HoldFastGear, and it's something that if I have one life lesson that I've learned, it's forgiveness and the control that unforgiveness can have on you. The way we were raised, I grew up in a real interesting way. Most kids or people don't get to experience it. The things that we saw growing up, I was just around it a lot. A lot of people did a lot of weird things to us growing up. And it was almost like I had this invisible black book that anytime someone did something wrong to my family or to me, to us, I would just almost like write their name in this book, and it was like I'd write them off, write them out of my life. I'm not messing with that person again. I did that from a kid on up. And it got to the point to where in college, I was becoming a recluse. The way I thought was, you know what? I've been hurt so many times and I've seen so many people do so many bad things to me and my family that I don't need people anymore if they're just going to hurt me. So I got to this place where I just refused to meet new people because I was assuming they would hurt me. I was going into every situation thinking that everyone around me is going to hurt me, so I don't need them. What do I need that pain for? What do I need that for? And so I went from being a kid very outgoing and being very active and loud and talkative to I would actually have trouble getting up out of my dorm room and walking to class during the day because I was just almost so afraid that people were just going to hurt me, mock me, make fun of me. I didn't want to face people. And it was a very strange realization when I came to there. I had a speech class in college, and I almost went to full-on panic mode, anxiety through the roof, couldn't get out of my bed, so freaked out because I had to give a speech in class. And then a few other scenarios happened in my life, and I realized I had become something that I'm not. And then when I started digging into it and really looking at this, I realized that all the people that I did not like in life, all the people had done me wrong or I felt like had done me wrong, they were actually in control of me. Isn't that a weird thing? Like somebody did something to me that I didn't like, and so I harbored that. I chose not to forgive them, but in the long run, they were controlling me. Isn't that a weird thought, that people that you don't forgive actually have power over you? I mean, think about this. If you can look at someone and instantly remember something bad they did to you and it changes your day, redirects your day, like if you're walking somewhere and you see someone so you go out of your way because you're so mad at them, that person's controlling you. That person's controlling where you're going in life. And I had this realization one day while I was still in college. I was walking to class, and it was just a long story. I was walking to class and I realized that all these people that I hated in life, and I mean hated, were actually in control of my future. They were holding my future hostage. And I was like, you know what, I can't let this happen. So I literally started envisioning all these people made it, because I had moved away. I went to college in a different state than where I grew up. So I had moved away. So a lot of these people that I may never see again, I started like visualizing their face and saying, I forgive you, and forgiving people. And that went to, now when I walk through life, I try to enter into situations with forgiveness, like as my lead, knowing that, you know, if someone does do me wrong, I'm going to forgive them and keep moving, but they're not going to be controlling me. They're not going to be in control of my future. They're not going to dictate where I go in life, because I'm just going to forgive them and I'm going to move on. I'm not going to let what they do to me damage me, because I'm in control of that. See, I can't control the dirt they have. I can't control the dirt they throw. I can't control it. You're going to have people that's going to do bad stuff. See, I can't control their darkness, but what I can do is I cannot let their darkness get inside of me. I think that's probably the most powerful lesson that I learned in life. I learned it when I was in college. I'm so thankful that I learned it. But what happened, it took me becoming something that I wasn't to learn it. I had to go through a lot of hard stuff and a lot of hard years and a lot of hurting years and a lot of painful years to get this lesson, but now I've got it. And I don't want you to go through that. I want you to take this and say, you know what, I don't have to become that. I don't have to let people that, because see, there's a lot of bad people on this earth, but there's also a lot of amazing people on this earth. So you can't let the few bad ones stop you from meeting and working with the really great ones out there. And you also can't let the few bad ones keep you from becoming really great, to keep you from becoming truly great in life, and to keep you from doing what you're supposed to do on this earth. We can't let people have that much power over us to where we can think about them and now we're in a bad mood. That means they have a lot of power over you. I mean, think about that. You need to think about this right now. Think about all the people that you're mad at and start forgiving them. And then once you forgive them, you move on. This doesn't mean that you forgive somebody and then they have the same place in your life again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I mean, you have to learn your lessons, and you have to set boundaries. And if someone is just continually doing something wrong, you don't want to keep entering in the same situation. But you also don't want to let the thought of them ruin your day. You don't want to let them control who you're becoming. So you forgive them, and they may have to be in a different place after that, but you still forgive them, and you move on, and you don't harbor anything against them. And if they need something, you're willing to help them. I'm going to tell you up front, people are going to break your heart. That happens. There are going to be people that do just evil things to you. But you don't want to let that evil person shape you, mold you, and create you into something. They can't have that control. You cannot give them that level of power over your life. So you have to forgive them and keep moving. Every time that you've chosen to not forgive somebody, you're stuck in that moment. You've become cemented in that moment. That means any sort of growth, any sort of progress you can have, it's all stuck, hinging, sticking right there. At the moment where you've chosen to not forgive somebody, it's like your life pauses. And you will be able to do certain things and to achieve certain things in life, but the rest of you is still stuck there until you decide to pull up stakes and keep moving. You pull up stakes and keep moving by forgiving people. You cannot let your progress be hindered. You cannot let your future be wrapped up in the bad deeds of someone else. You can't do it. So forgive them and keep moving.